All right, welcome back to Culture EXE. Today, got another good one for you. Um, Generally, it's one of my favorite topics. I like to talk about finance a lot when I can, and this is going to be about basically how everyone's struggling, man. Everybody is seemingly struggling. But yeah, let's start it off with this young lady here.
About yours. I feel so uncomfortable sharing this with you guys, but I have to start somewhere. I'm being completely vulnerable in this post. I am completely broke. I'm a special education teacher and a mom of three, and I bring home about $1,000 every 2 weeks from my teaching job. I worked my ass off. I have my bachelor's degree. I even have credit.
That seems really low. $1,000 every 2 weeks, $500 a month. Yeah, I mean, is she working part-time? I would think she might be working part-time with that, but if she's not, she really needs to find a new job. Um, I don't know if that's a normal education degree, but I think teachers should get 40, like high 40,000 a year. So it should be it should be more than that. $1,000 every 2 weeks is that's not gonna get you anywhere.
Credits past my bachelor's, and I still only bring home about $1,000 every 2 weeks. My husband, he usually works so much overtime to help us make ends meet, but recently overtime's been cut at his job. He has not been able to work the hours.
Yeah, that's another thing. As the economy starts to dip, overtime's gonna start getting cut. Layoffs are gonna start happening. We should most likely see more of this throughout this year. So hopefully it doesn't get too bad, but it could get pretty bad.
He used to work, so he's been on the hunt for a second job. However, it makes me feel so sad thinking about him having to work a second job because he does have ankylosing spondylitis, which is an autoimmune disorder that attacks all of.
I mean, yeah, so many people are having to get second jobs these days. It's either that or side gigs. We'll watch a video on like how to get side gigs going, how a girl talks about getting side gigs going, but it's just really unfortunate you can't. You have to, it's not a 40-hour work week anymore, you know? And that's kind of what I suspect about her. She's not working 40 hours a week. If she's working 40 hours a week and making $1,000 every 2 weeks, she's got to find something else. I feel like you could go. I mean, I feel like someone that was working at McDonald's is making that.
His joints and especially his spine, and he is in constant pain all the time. We used to have $10,000 in our savings, and we have maybe $500 left, which is so scary. After we pay for all of our bills,
Well, at least they're not in debt yet. But that if they had 10,000 and that's gone, that means they've dipped into it, and eventually they're going to be in a much worse scenario.
and everything, we still are shy $300 every month of what we need. So I was really hoping to do TikTok shop to help my family make a little bit of extra income, but I truly need this. I know.
The boomer in me has no idea what TikTok Shop is, so yeah, you guys can explain what that is in the comments if you want. I'm not going to look it up.
God always takes care of me and my family, but right now I am completely desperate. I've had so many medical bills come out. I went through a lot trying to have our third baby, and we've had hospital stays within the last year for our kids and all kinds of things. So many unexpected, unforeseen bills have caused us to be in this situation, as well as daycare. Um,
Daycare is insane. I don't know if you guys ever looked at the price of daycare. Check it out. It's wild.
I'm just asking you to help me find.
And medical bills will kill you. I've been told by a friend of mine to just not pay them, which I don't know. I feel like maybe they don't report you to the credit agencies for that, but yeah, if you don't have insurance, or even if you have insurance, medical will still it'll kill you.
The right side of TikTok. Help me find the people that will purchase things from my showcase. Honestly, even if you don't want to purchase anything from my showcase, you can just like, comment, save, and
All right, well, we can stop it there. She's okay, so I guess TikTok shop is just it's just a shop that you advertise with TikTok. I guess that makes sense. Pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, man, it's this is what it is. Her husband's having to work two jobs, was working overtime. He's and basically you're just not working 40 hours a week anymore. It's not going to happen. It's, if you are true middle class, I mean, what is true middle class? $75,000 a year, and it doesn't sound like they're pulling that in even together. So they got two kids. She said she was trying to have a third kid. So yeah, I mean, this is common if you're dealing with this. It's not uncommon. Most people are. I was dealing with it for a long time before I went back to school and got my new job. I mean, it's been like 5 years. I guess not really a new job anymore, but I changed professions. About It's probably been like 9 years when I quit and went back to school. So yeah, what you have to do to survive is it's kind of brutal. Well, let's see what we got. What else we have here?
Normal person with a normal job in this shit ass economy that can't afford anything these days except your bare necessities, then you've slacked on
Well, what she's about to say here too is people can't afford the bare necessities right now. That's the biggest problem.
paying some of your bills. And that's okay. This is a no judgment zone because I haven't paid all my bills either. And I'm really slacking, especially on my credit card bills. And I'm going to keep it real. I don't give a shit about shit I bought last year or 6 months ago or when I swiped the credit card. I don't fucking care. Thanks for letting me have that stuff. I don't have the money to pay you back right now. So I used
No, the problem is, and I use a credit card, but I pay it off every month, just to get the points or whatever. But man, the problem is when you don't pay this, your interest rate even goes higher. She's paying 25% probably. I mean, like what it was a good interest rate on a credit card, 18. So when you don't pay it, I'm pretty sure most companies jack it up after that. So she's just getting crushed.
I used to be really religious with this. Like I would send a set amount of money each month and just auto pay the credit card so it would keep my balance down, so that I didn't fall behind. Well, about 7 months ago, I took it off auto pay. And for about 6 months religiously now, like every day, multiple times a day, they're calling to get their money. We all got a job to do, and I know that you're tired of dialing my fucking number and I'm not picking up the phone. So I accidentally answered one of their calls in the car the other day. My car hooks to my phone, so if you hit a button on the steering wheel, then it automatically answers. And it was Teresa from, Credit One or Capital, one of those that I have. And
One of them. Oh man, it's not good. A way to get around this is, man, it's easier said than done. 'Cause I used to have to do it too. Well, if she's not using her credit card for, I can see using your credit card for an emergency basically, but it doesn't sound like that's what she was doing it for. She was buying it, using it for stuff she wanted. I used to do it too. Don't do it. She's screwed. Especially if she has two that are over like 10 grand each. I mean, it's just, what are you gonna do about that? How are you ever gonna pay that off with like 20+% interest rate?
and she goes, "Hi, this is Teresa, and I'm calling for Brandy. I'm from the credit card service." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to answer
Sorry with the volume here, guys. I'm trying to get it right, but sometimes she's like louder than other times. So
this phone call. Like, I'm really sorry about that. I don't have your money. Like, that's why I don't answer the phone or the emails that you sent me." And this bitch, she goes, "Well, we're like 2 steps away from sending you to collections, and that's really going to affect your credit." Teresa, do you not know that also not paying your credit card bill plummets your fucking credit? You might as well take my credit score out back and fucking put it out of its misery, Teresa. Do you also realize that right now, my credit score means absolute fuck all nothing to me? Like, do I look like I'm buying a house? Do I look like I'm buying a car? Does it look like I can afford to buy anything ever again? Teresa, I'm going to save us both the time here. Just send it to collections now.
I mean, she's just telling her it's about to go to collections. It's her job. Um, Sending it to collections has to be worse than just not paying it. Not paying it decreases it, but having it on your showing up on your credit, like your credit history, like when you dealing with getting rid of it and it has that flag on it. As I had to deal with that before AT&T. I didn't pay AT&T, and it was on like one of my three credits because they used three to like average it, and AT&T was on one of the three, and I'm like, yeah, just we're gonna ignore them.
Now because
But
between
it has to be worse. And the lady's just doing their job. But I understand where she feels like it doesn't matter. Like there's nothing she can do about it. So I mean, maybe she could have worked out paying like a minimum payment, but to get them not to send it, that's not really going to do you any good if you can't keep up with it. So
Now and next month, when you keep trying to call me, nothing's going to change. Nothing. So sorry about that, but thanks for all the stuff I bought on the credit card. I don't know what to tell you, and it's gonna sit in collections too. I really like food, house payment, car payment, insurance, medicine, clothes, bare necessities. That's all I got the money for right now. Everything else, I could care fucking less. If you want to, if you want to throw, I've been in collections my whole fucking life, Teresa. Set it to collections.
I mean, if you've been in collections your whole life, then why are you even buying stuff on a credit card? I don't know. A lot of people do this. Again, I was same situation where I was living paycheck to paycheck for the most part, and any big purchase had to go on a credit card. So, like I said, it sounded like she was just buying stuff that she wanted. Anyways, who else do we have here? Is the side hustle chick? Do I want to watch her? Yeah, we'll go. We'll see what this one has to say here. Yeah, this girl just talks about getting a side hustle going. I always recommend it just to. I know I think it's fun, but it is annoying if you have really long, tiring hours to try and have to come home and do work. But that's one option. Supplement your income if you have a skill that you can monetize. eBay's decent too. So, anyways, let's see what she has to say.
Struggling in this economy, or is everything a facade? I just can't help but wonder to notice that everywhere I go, packed to the brim. Restaurants are packed. Cafes with $12 lattes, huge lines. Erewhon with 20 something dollar smoothies, huge lines.
All right. So yeah, I see this same thing. I know all of you guys probably see it. It's really annoying that, oh, the economy's so bad, blah, 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 blah. But you go to like a restaurant and you just like, it's just jamming at some random time of the day. There's this breakfast place me and my girl like to go to, and it's like a random Friday. It's just like an hour and a half wait at like 9:30 in the morning. It's just like, yeah, you just wouldn't expect it. So based on what I've seen and some of the stuff that I follow, finance stuff, is that consumer credit card debt is the highest it's ever been, ever, period. And that's the explanation is people are putting this stuff on credit cards. That's how they're affording it. So yeah, I mean, grocery stores, people have to buy groceries. It's to me, it's the Starbucks and the restaurants. But I think the way that people see it and why, if they are putting it on credit cards, is that they want to live their life. They don't want to live broke, uh, and not be like, you work all week. You want to go out and enjoy something. Like if you want to be able to get a latte every once in a while, or once, people might drink them once a day. That's a little bit expensive, but a couple times a week, people want to do this. So yeah, this is why we see it, and that's the most likely explanation.
Grocery stores packed. The other day, I called a bunch of nail salons just to get a basic ass pedicure. All packed, all busy. They had no availability to squeeze in a 30-minute basic pedicure. And I'm thinking, I thought we were near a recession. I thought the economy is bad. I thought people were struggling.
Yeah, I agree with her. You would think, based on how busy it is, that we're not in a recession, and it's not as bad as people say it is. But yeah, if people are charging it, uh, eventually you're going to be like the other girl who can't pay the credit card bill, and the credit card turned off, and now you're completely screwed because you put all this stuff, you charged all this stuff, and now you're paying 20+% interest on it, which is just, it's a real shame.
With groceries and bills. Yet everywhere I go, restaurants, bars, cafes, packed to the brim, malls, packed. Target, go to Walmart, everyone's cart is packed.
When is Walmart not packed? I can't stand that place. I go great lengths to not go to Walmart, let me tell you. Can't stand it. The self checkout lines help, but now it's like they put self checkout lines and they have one cashier on, so everyone's in the self checkout line. So it's just like, you guys want to pay some people to ring, like, to work a cash register? No, don't want to. Okay. The car being, again, the grocery store too. You have it used to be called food stamps. I can't remember what it's called. It's basically the government assistance for groceries. So that's another thing that could. I think grocery stores are always going to be busy. If you're in a populated area, grocery stores are going to be busy because people have to eat. Starbucks doesn't need to be busy. Going to a restaurant doesn't need to be busy, but they still are. Yeah.
Everybody's cart is packed. Trader Joe's, Costco, everybody is packed. Everybody is buying things, a multitude of things. And everything is more expensive due to the inflation. But where are people getting this money from then? I thought we were struggling.
Yeah, like I said, probably just the credit cards. The other thing too that I've seen is there are some, like, I know Costco's come out and Walmart has come out with some of their data, and they have said that, yeah, like the tendencies of their customers are shifting to um to habits that you would suggest that they're struggling with money and that we're in some sort of recession. And that's come out a couple. I think it was Costco and Walmart, and there's been a couple others. So people are definitely struggling. It's just people want to live, I think, and that's the bottom line, man. People want to go out and have fun, a couple times a week after work, and they're gonna put it on a credit card, unfortunately. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys like this video. If you did, like, subscribe, follow, whatever, all that stuff, and leave a comment below if you disagree, agree. What do you guys experiencing? Like I said, I've experienced this once before, not so much these days, but again, it takes a lot of work to get ahead, and honestly, I'm not still not as far ahead as I should be. But anyways, see you guys next time.